Good afternoon, Master Tanaka. Good afternoon, friend Elena. We are together at Fraternity and we are here to bring you some guidelines. Within a daily routine in which you are living here on planet Earth, we have observed that some behaviors have become commonplace. They have become normal within the routine of each of you. This normal behavior is what you call living an outer life. Living the life that is running outside of you, and within this outer living, you become totally disconnected from yourself. Why do we say this? Because inside this world, in this outside world, you don't create bonds with yourself. You don't create commitments with yourself. You think that you are committed to living your life. But when we always say that life is lived inside you, if you are just living the outside world, in this living, there is no compromise. When you took that incarnation, because that's what was accomplished. The moment you decided to reincarnate, then this incarnation it became your responsibility because it is the opportunity for you to accomplish everything you want in your life. All made reincarnation plans, all made plans to carry out in this incarnation. So, see that in this reincarnation plan there are many commitments. But when you start to disconnect from yourself, then these commitments that you assume in a reincarnation plan, they are abandoned because within a plan, the main person is yourself. So with this orientation, what are we indicating? That the path you have decided to follow is not the most suitable, that the path that brings a true result is the one that, when you live in your inner world, life in your inner world is, of course, the way you want it. It is molded according to your belief. Life in your inner world is totally free for you to create what you want. That's why when you start doing meditations about what you made as a commitment, about what is really still true within this incarnation, what you wish to keep and fulfill, then this meditation brings you a path. It makes you have more clarity of everything you have determined for this incarnation. And from this point on, you start to guide your own being. Many carry out reincarnation plans immersed in deep illusions. So, when these reincarnation plans were made in this way, it is clear that there are many corrections to be made, and it is you, the beings, who, through a request, make these corrections. The truth of God, it is always, we may put it, supreme. If, within a reincarnation plan totally immersed in illusions, but you, with your dense energy that is present here on planet Earth, assume a commitment to resignify this plan within the truth of God. So, what will you be doing? You will be, we can even put it, reinterpreting their determinations within the truth of God. So you are bringing light to your reincarnation plan. So when you make this decision and the truth of God, it is always present. The truth of God, it will always be above any situation. Because what is not God's truth is an illusion. So the truth of God, it always prevails over illusion. When you have this awareness and takes this power for itself, then we say that the way it becomes totally elevated, it changes because you decided to change, because you decided to live the truth instead of the illusion. That's why knowledge that you add to your being, they become instruments in your life. They become instruments for you to learn to direct your life in a more adequate way. When we say that in God's world everything is allowed, you are living proof of that. Each one here on planet Earth is living what they determined. So we can say that everyone is living their illusions. But as you know from this message, you really became aware that God's truth, it always prevails over illusion. So when your determinations rise to the frequency of God's truth, then that's what occurs. Many will ask themselves, but a reincarnation plan can be totally modified? We can say that this is the way you are interpreting it. What is, in truth, God energy? So when you are looking at a reincarnation plan, which has been brought to the light of God's truth, then we can say that now this reincarnation plan is true. That's why within this message, many of you may want to bring justifications for your lives. You may want to, yes, even bring interpretations. But what we are always guiding is that when you open yourself to accept the guidelines, the energy that is placed here in this message, this energy, it leads in a much more favorable way to your being. Within each one, there is this permission. Within each one, if you will, this acceptance is wide open. That's why we ask everyone to bring these guidelines inside and do a little meditation. Really decide to live the truth of God, and through this decision, start to reorganize your entire being. With much gratitude, I bid you farewell. Thank you very much.